That's chaotic. Anywho, I don't know if he really stayed with his mama or not. I don't know, child. First of all, I'm taking this small ping. You should never even hire me if you was finna feel some type of way. Listen, you gotta choose something to drink. Do you got you something to eat? Because we're finna get into this tea. Welcome back, Jems, to my channel. I am here with another crazy story time. And I know the girl has been waiting on this since 2020. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Shaye. And I literally tell the craziest real story times about the bullshit that goes on with me and these sorry ass niggas. So I'm here to tell y'all the story time about how I was dating my club manager. And no, we not talking about that club manager. If you're an OG, triple OG, you know I did a story time back in 2019 about how I was dating my club manager when I used to work at the White Booty Club. We're not talking about him. We talking about when the demic lifted and we was able to start back going to the booty club. And I was working at the booty club with the black girlies. We talk about that club. And if you watch my vlogs, like, and you been on my channel or you binge my vlogs, my stripper vlogs, then you probably are gonna know exactly what club I'm talking about. Because when literally I stopped working at the booty club, the white booty clubs, the beginning of 2020, and I had went to one booty club in February that was for the black girls, and then we shut down. When it lifted, I started back working at this. I started working at this club, and I just never left. And then I got into it with the manager. We gonna talk about how I got into it, and he told me I couldn't vlog at the club no more. So here we are. It is June 2020. Picture it. Tampa, Florida. I'm dancing, doing my regular due deals. This is when all the hiring process alleviated. Back before demic, that's what we calling it, demic happened, you just had to come in early in the day, get hired, email, send pictures and photo ops and all type of stuff, work 3-day shifts, all that in Tampa. When we got shut down and everything started back up, it wasn't no more hiring process. It was, do you got your house fee? Do you got your dance clothes? Come work tonight, ho, type shit. So that's how I got looped into this club. So got started there. It was kind of slow a little bit. Then it picked up. I mean, like, picked up. And I'll never forget the night I knew this club was banging. When I went and I worked 4th of July and I made almost $1,000. This was my first time making close to $1,000 in one night. I mean, like 9 something.
I had did a money count on my channel. This is the picture from the thumbnail that I used. So if y'all want to go back, I was talking a little bit about that night on that money count.
On that night on 4th of July in 1 hour. Y'all, that club had never been hitting like that. From then, it just picked the fuck up. I mean, like, it was swinging every weekend. So, girl, I was a regular girl, a regular house girl there. So, what I would do, come in whenever I wanted to, go in the back, you know, vlog and all that stuff, and put my little lashes on, my earrings and all that good stuff. And then, I don't know, it's because that I used to be back there and I just was like chilling by my lonesome, or I was never like, I've always been that girl. I think that's what it is. I'm just chill. Like, people think I'm bougie. We talked about this on live yesterday. People think I'm like super duper bougie and not like easy to talk to, and I'm rude and all that stuff, because I just be sitting by myself and chilling by myself and hanging with myself. But in all honesty, when you actually step to me and be like, hey, what's up? You and have a conversation with me, you realize I'm so just a vibe. I'm really a vibe. I'm really a comedian, but I'm really a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So this manager, we're gonna call him Todd, cause I like that name. He's black. So Todd stepped to me one day and he was just making a joke because I was sitting in the back, whatever, and I don't even know what was said, but he made a little jokey joke, and that kind of was like the beginning of it. He used to call me into the office, whatever, because we would turn our ones in at this club. So we were like, I'm trying to remember exactly how it got started, but I don't remember exactly how it got started. I think what happened one day, I was turning my ones in because you would come into the office with him, and then we were supposed to already have your ones together and stuff like that, but sometimes I wouldn't. And so I would be there, for a little while talking and joking with him, and I guess he kind of started to like me or peep that, like, oh, she cool, whatever. And she cute, and she don't really be in these niggas' faces for real. So one night he had kind of threw a little flirtatious comment out, and I peeped, and I was like, man, Todd, you better stop. Like, I ain't with you, I'm pressure. You know what I'm saying? You better stop playing if I put the little wagon on you and have you dragging around the whole around the club trying to figure out where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Girl. We kept flirting. And then one day he was like, well, how much you made tonight? And I was like, I'm really kind of like upset. I ain't really made that much money. I'm kind of pissed off. And he was like, well, here go $200. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, just take it. It's yours. Like, I don't like when you be in here and you don't make no money. Like, I don't like that. And so here's $200. I was like, oh, wow. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to show you, like, I want you, And so that was the first little thing, right? And then every single night, I was working at a club faithfully. I would even pop in here and there on a weekday and try to give it a chance, whatever. And so I came in again. It's just like I used to work there so frequently that I can't remember exactly what day or if it was a weekend or a weekday. I don't know, because I would always have to go in there at the end of the night and give him my ones, or let him know how much I'm tipping out everybody. Like, that just was the process. And so I don't know if one night he just finally like told me, because he used to start buying me food and giving me like treatment. Like, we weren't supposed to be able to bring no food, no alcohol, no type of liquids inside the club as a dancer. They didn't care what it was. No food, no drink. They didn't want us back there eating and drinking in the locker room. Girl, he would order me food or have one of the other workers go buy me food and then bring it in, and I'd be in the back eating, and bitches be like in their feelings, and they'd be like, Todd, I trying to bring my apple juice in here. He's talking about I can't bring apple juice. And this girl's in the back, and I'm not trying to be shady, but mind you, the locker room is literally right next to his office. The locker room is a part. You know how on Players Club, when Bernie Mac walked out through into the locker room through that door, and he was like, you know what I'm saying, yelling at them. That's literally how his office was. Like, you go to the back to the locker room, you go past the curtains to the back, and then the curtains or door, I don't remember, and then you go past the first part of the locker room, and then the second half of the locker room where they had the mirrors and stuff like that, his door was right there, and then the rest of the locker room was in there with him. So it's not like I could never hear the bitches in there yelling, talking shit about me and my privileges. But I didn't give a fuck, because he was never going to check me. He was never going to check me because he was trying to get these draws. And so, girl, so then he would keep me, he'll tell me the cash out last, right? So I would sit there for forever, because, he's cashing out all these people. So sometimes girls take forever, because depending on if they just like to talk too much, they slow, or if they be just back there hanging the fuck out, whatever. I'll be in there waiting till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Girl, the close, we didn't close early tonight. Why is it 6 a.m. I'm still waiting to cash out? So I used to get irritated, like, I'm gonna go home, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here, like, because all we would do is sit there and talk, or he'll flirt, or ask me to come sit on his lap, all type of bullshit. People start peeping, not the workers, the dancers, because they would be gone by the time all the flirtatious shit start happening. The other staff, like security, the front door girl, the bartenders start peeping, like, oh, he's probably effing her. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't effing yet. But because they would come in and cash out, and I'm still the only girl there. I'm not turning in no ones. I'm not nothing. I'm just sitting there talking to him, and we shooting shits. Or they'll walk in, I'm on his lap or on his desk in front of him, like type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was the security. They wanted me. A few of them was on me as well, but I just wasn't fucking with it. You know, not realistically. Like I play and but no. Y'all are making up. And I'm tipping you. Fuck. So, girl, they start like saying little slick stuff the next time I come in. Oh yeah, Mrs. Todd. Like, saying his last name. Yeah. I see what's going on. Like, basically like hating. Trying to be funny. Like, why are you mad at me? I ain't fucking you. I ain't never fucked you. So what's the tea? Why are you upset? Like being shady. But I don't know if they were ever this is my thing. The duration of us fooling around, no dancer never said no petty shit or no like oh yeah, I know what you got going on type comment, or never acted any different. So I don't think they ever were the messy type of security where they started letting dancers know that's why she getting treatment and stuff like that. I just think that's something that inner beef they had with me on their own. They never was like petty to made it big club drama. Cause I'm pretty sure there was other bitches he was trying to flirt with or was flirting with. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Club managers are shiesty. You know? So this is what happened, right? I guess he started getting feelings for me. And he told me in the beginning, like, I'm kind of like scared to get feelings for you because I'm really a jealous nigga for real. Like, I'm really like the type to yank you up out the club, even though I know you're a stripper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, I said, you have to let that go because I gotta make money. Like, I gotta flirt with niggas and be on niggas and dance on niggas and touch on niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let that go. It's hot. And he was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna just stay back here in the office. I don't want to walk the floor. Because he used to be that manager that come out the office and party with the customers and get on the mic and throw money. And you know what I'm saying? He was that type of manager. And so, he like, I'm gonna just stay in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to walk out there and see nothing that I really want to sit right with me because I really like you. And it's been like a couple, at this point, like 2 or 3 months at this point. And so, I told him, because I kind of was new to the black strip club environment. This is how I got sucked into the bullshit. And I was over hearing girls like, oh, you going to say after hours? You going to say after hours? And I didn't even know after hours were a thing. And so I asked one of the girls, like, what's the after hours or whatever? And she was like, oh, yeah, it's this club Loose Leg and in this club Chicken Coop. You know what I'm saying? If you in Tampa, you know which club I'm talking about. And yeah, like, girl, they be in this club Shake a Leg. You know what I'm saying? So it's Loose Leg, Chicken Hut, and Shake a Leg. You know what I'm saying? These are 3 after hours we got in Tampa, girl. They be swinging. You know, you leave here, you go there, girl, you make a whole another $600-700 in 2 hours. Like, girl, you gotta try it. The girl gave me their Instagram page. This is the address for Loose Leg. This is the spot I really be going to. I don't really go to those other ones like that, but you can try it. You know what I'm saying? And see which one you like. But the girls here, most of us go work at Loose Leg. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So because to me, I was used to making the white club money, which was an easy $500, maybe $400 on a slow night, because we used to work VIP. We didn't never work the floor. So like, this was kind of hard for me, like working the black clubs, because I would make like $400 on Friday, but only like 2 something, maybe $300 on Saturday. Or on Friday, I would come in and make like 2 something, 3 something on Friday, and then make $400. I was never making more than $700, $800 in a weekend at the black clubs. And I was getting irritated and kind of was ready to go back to the white clubs, because I'm just like, bro, like, I feel like I'm not really having good nights. And now I think about it, I kind of was playing myself, because $400, I mean, the $200 nights, yeah. But the $400 nights, that was decent. I was just being kind of like, you playing, so you know what I'm saying? That was decent, you feel me? And so I kind of wanted to get more money. So I just told him, like, oh, I was talking to this girl in the locker room, and they was talking about loose leg, and I think I want to give it a chance. I think I want you. What do you know about that club? You know, they say it's an after hours club. It don't get popping until these clubs close, and I can go there to 6, whatever. He's like, nah, no girl I'm talking to. Nah, you ain't finna work at no loose leg. You ain't finna work at no loose leg. Like, what's wrong with loose leg? He's like, no, loose leg is a like nude club. You're gonna take all your clothes off, and I don't want no nigga seeing your twat pot. Like, no, I'm trying to lock you in. That's not gonna work for me. And I'm like, well, I need more money. I'm not making a lot of money here consistently. I don't make even close to this. I'm not only making half of whatever I make. It's never consistent. Like, on a Friday, I'll make a lot of money, but on Saturday, it's trash, or vice versa. And I don't like that. And you know, these girls are saying they're making good money over there. You know what this man started doing? He would ask me every single night how much money he made. If I made over $400, he would not give me no money. If I made anything under $400, he'll give me $200. And he'll say, is this enough for you not to go to loose leg? Like, I'm not even joking. I'm so very serious. This man paid me. He paid me to stop going, to not go to the strip club. Listen to what I'm saying. He paid me to not go to the strip club. So if I would make over $400, he wouldn't give me nothing. Nothing. He'll just make sure I ate, or he'll be like, every night I was staying with him at the club till like mad late, 4 o'clock anyways. And we would be chilling and hanging, and eventually end up start doing stuff, right? So the first time I was actually on live, and a lot of y'all who my 2 live crew, y'all probably may remember this night, because it was the beginning of what I call after hours, late night sessions on my live, where this ain't PBS Kids no more. All the little kids gotta get off because we start talking nasty. This was the night that started that. I was in the VIP chilling, waiting on him to. I wasn't in the office. I was in one of the sections, the upstairs section, and I was just chilling on the phone on live talking because the music was off, and they still had like the lights. They had the main lights on, but for the sections it was a red light. So if y'all are, I hope this is triggering some memories. So we was chilling and talking, and then I guess he had cashed out everybody. Oh, and he was looking for me, and I was like, and I was just kind of talking about whatever I was talking about. And they was like, you still at the club? You still at the club? And I was like, y'all, I'm still at the club. And y'all was like trying to figure out why am I still at the club? But I couldn't tell y'all yet. I couldn't tell y'all what I was doing at the club. And so, but I was bored, and why not just get online? So, here he walked up to the section, and he was like, man, you know, when you gonna stop playing, let me at least taste it. Because by this time, this man was buying me food. Every time I came to work, he was sometimes giving me a discounted house fee, or I wasn't paying no house fee. Or, like, say I come in at 1, house was supposed to be like $50. I paid $25, something like that. Now, this is not why I was messing with him. These are just some of the benefits that came with me messing with him. Like, they wasn't even nothing major, but he just did it. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, you know, the people, they just kind of knew, like, oh, this Tony, what's his name? Todd. This Todd chick. You know what I'm saying? So they just looked out. And so, girl, he like, man, blah, blah, blah. And I put the live on mute because I didn't want y'all, 1, to hear his voice, and 2, to hear the conversation, because I knew he was going to come up there and say something crazy, because he always was talking crazy, like whether it be something freaky or whether it be something about trying to get freaky. So he was like, man, this, and I was like, child, I've been working, like sweating, and my top probably stank, all types of stuff. I've been dancing on people's jeans. And, you know, mind you, I got my panties, like, my bottoms on, but still, like, that little thing was sweaty. Like, I'm like, He was like, man, I don't care about all that. Like, you're nasty. But I let him do it. I'm not finna sit here and act like I didn't. Because I did. And I was on live. I was OnlyFans before OnlyFans. So, girl, this is nasty. But I had put the camera like towards me, and then I had set it up like how you put a phone like this, and then you could just see the ceiling with the fan moving, type bullshit. And then I kept it on mute, whatever. And they was like, "What is going on?" I'm reading I'm getting slobbed on. I'm reading the comments, they're like, "What is going on? Why we can't hear nothing? Who the hell is she talking to?" Because they heard him walk up. They heard him like initially say Shaye, and they heard me start talking. So they like, "Girl, what is T? She didn't unmute us. We want to hear what's going on." So I'm over here trying to laugh because I'm reading y'all crazy comments. I love my 2 Live crew. Y'all got my heart. And so, yeah, he do all that. I do my big one. And that was just the start of the bullshit. Like, that was the start. He didn't stick it yet, but it didn't take long. It was like maybe a week or 2 later. I was there late with him, and we was chilling and talking. We went and got some food at a restaurant, and then came back to the club. And I should have peeped that. Why am I not just going to your house? But one day I realized that, and I asked him. So, girl, long story short, I had never got to feel his little Peter Piper. I don't know why. I just didn't. I just never, like, it was never something I wanted to do. Like, I know I liked him, but not where, you know, I'm crazy about you. I'm just gonna see where this gonna go and what I can get type situation. And so, yeah. Anyways, so here we are again at the club. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. We're sitting and talking, eating. I'm cold because it's cold inside the club. He goes to get this. I don't want to say one time it was a blanket, but the next time, girl, he went and got this big ass t-shirt and put it on me to cover me up. And I'm just like, why you just want to take me to your house? Oh, I live with my mama. Sir, I thought you told me you were 40. Anyways, that's chaotic. Anywho, I don't know if he really stayed with his mama or not. I don't know, child. I ain't never did no sleuthing investigation. But let's fast forward to the night I finally gave him some twat. So, of course, again, I'm sitting there waiting on him. He cashed everybody out. Everybody go home. He locked the doors, whatever we said. We talking in the upstairs section, VIP, whatever. Girl, I'm so disappointed. Child. He do his lick. I do my big one, and he ready to put his snack pack in the motherfucking lunchbox. And girl, you know this man whipped out some of the smallest peen I've ever seen. And I've seen a couple small peens. And I was just like, I hope this get bigger. This is what I told myself. I'm like, no, I did not put it in my mouth. Trust me. It wouldn't fit. Anyways, I probably would have accidentally swallowed it. So he takes it out and puts it in the lunchbox. And I'm just confused because I feel absolutely nothing. Like, I feel absolutely nothing. And first of all, let me say something. These walls ain't big, baby. Trust me. Lil Daddy that I've been bumping and boom on every time. Every time. Every time. It's tight. Okay? I'm feeling it. Okay? And so I just like, and at the time I wasn't a crazy girl like I was. I'm a crazy girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what's going on? I feel nothing. And so I'm just like, whatever, let me just play along. Because I want to still get this money from him. And so, girl, he finished in all of maybe 5 hot minutes. I'm just reminiscing. Girl, why this man go to sleep? Like he done did the biggest one. Biggest. I'm talking about biggest. Sir. And then he was saying, like, trying to talk nasty. What he was saying something about, like, shut up or you stop running up. Take this dick. First of all, sir, shut up. You sound stupid. 5 other people could take this. Like, you're not giving anything. you're actually hurting me. That's why I'm telling you to stop, because you're squishing my hand. Like, you squishing my arm. You press down on me so damn hard, sir. Fuck, wrong with you? Girl, still mad to this day about the whole situation. And I was going to put on the shirt that he gave me, but I'm pretty sure it's a couple of bitches who remember that shirt, because he had this big old event at the club, right? With another manager, the manager who ended up telling me I can't blog no more at this club. And if you're watching my channel, hey. Because I only had 2K subscribers then. And he knew I was going to blow up. He knew. That's why he told me to stop vlogging there. But I was mad at the manager because he didn't defend me. Because on every other situation that has ever happened, thumbnail, he has defended me. He has, like, no, y'all not gonna talk that crazy. Like, no, we're not going for that. Girl, he had done. Now you got a little bit of coochie. This other manager talking about, oh, you're not making our club, you're not showcasing our club in a good light with your blog. So we have our own photographers and videographers that come to the club every weekend. We don't need your services. Sir, I was never promoting your club. I was promoting myself and my brand. I never told nobody what club I was working at. I never filmed outside of the club to show people which club I was walking into. I never allowed any clip to go through that would say the name of the club or the address. I wasn't even posting the flyers for the club on my Instagram like that. Like, so yes, a lot of people end up finding out what club I worked at because a lot of other dancers who subscribed to my YouTube at the time was living in Tampa. And that's just like telling a person who lives in any other state who's used to dancing around going to different clubs, you don't have to say the name of the club, because guess what? They recognize the floors, they recognize the stage, they recognize the security. So I get it, like, oh, you know, you may not feel like you're trying to out us, but there's plenty of other dancers or workers in the city who recognize the club. And I gave him that one. But my whole thing is, people still been coming to, I had hella dancers coming to that club because they were watching my channel, and they seen the good nights I was having as well as the bad ones too. And they wanted to come there, one, to bump into me, and two, because they were ready to start dancing and they didn't know where to go, and they knew that this club wasn't making them, you know, have to audition and stuff like that. So I was sending hella girls to y'all club, hella money, and I would get hella niggas to come in who see me from YouTube or from Instagram. So I'm bringing y'all money off this video. You think every video to you is negative because y'all in this bitch, y'all not wearing y'all masks how y'all supposed to. Y'all in here, y'all got alcohol. Y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be having no alcohol in here. Y'all got niggas in here smoking and fighting, and y'all know y'all ain't supposed to do that. And then we supposed to be at half capacity. Y'all got this bitch full to the brim. So you mad at me? You're really not mad because I'm actually bringing y'all money. You're mad because I'm exposing y'all, and the CDC and the police may end up seeing this. And at that time, this club was hot. I mean, the police used to come all the time and come fuck up shit. And I think that's the reason why one night would always be good and the other night would be bad, because the police would sit outside the club, or they would walk inside, or they would hang out at the front door. And it was like every weekend they would choose a night. And I really think, now that I think back on it, it wasn't the club. I think it was the fact that the police would always, because niggas ain't finna come walk past no police and they got a gun in their back pocket, or they know they got weed in there. And like, they're not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? They know they want it for a warrant. Like, I came here to have fun. I had to go to jail. So I think that really what was slowing up the business. And I think they thought that police and all other type of people, because, you know, we still was in a endemic. You know what I'm saying? Really, let's be honest. And hella people was getting sick because people was still going to the strip club. No mask, no nothing. I remember I got sick while I was working at that club. Like, I caught the id. You know what I'm saying? I caught the owner. You know what I'm saying? And I did not go to the club. I was not that person who still went knowing I was sick. No, baby. I stay all the way home. I mean, all the way home. But yeah, like that was the thing that like pissed me off, to make people like, oh yeah, I'm done fucking with you, because you should have said something. You should have stood up for me. You should have, like, first of all, I'm taking this small ping, and then you claim you're living with your mama, so I'm never going to your house. We steady keep sleeping at this club, not really sleeping, but taking naps at this club, and I'm driving home 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then like, no, it's just not giving. It's not giving. And then when that situation happened, I had decided, oh, I'm gonna start working at this club anyways, because if I can't vlog, I can't be here, because this is another part of my income. And the girls like when I make my stripper vlogs, and they like for me to be real in the club. You other girls, nowadays, I get it, you gotta be clean, you gotta be monetizable, but I'm telling you, I grew up on the Jasmine Black, you know what I'm saying, where I seen her in the club, in the strip club, and that's the type of content I wanted to give y'all, the real tea, like how the locker rooms look, how the bathroom look, how the club look, like stage sets when they have guests like performing, all that. I give y'all that. I've always, from the very beginning of my channel, gave y'all that. So my whole thing is, if you know this is how my channel been set up before I came to your club, you first of all shouldn't have let me work. And second of all, why you all on my channel? Bitch, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple videos while you at it. You know, but you should never even hire me if you was finna feel some type of way. So I had done skedaddle and ran off to another club. I had ended up at my home club that y'all end up start seeing me work at for the longest. Still be bouncing in and out of there. And I've never had a problem with me vlogging. And I'm gonna say this, and the club manager there, we didn't do nothing, but he watched my YouTube videos, he watched my vlogs about the club, and I'll never talk down about the club, but I'm gonna talk real. I'm gonna give you the spiel. If it's roaches in this club, it's roaches in this club. If the locker room is tinier than a motherfucking coochie hole, I'm finna tell you that. I'm finna show y'all the truth, so you don't come prancing your little cute self up here with your little dance bag, think you finna dance at an upper echelon ass club, and you come to the hole in the wall. No, we're not giving that. We're not finna give that. I'm finna show y'all the whole interior of the club. I'm finna show y'all from the motherfucking front door to the bar, to the stage, to the locker room, to the VIP if they got them, to the bathroom. I'm finna show it all, because I want my girls to know what to expect. And when you tell me I can't do that, I gotta go. And I just stopped fucking with him. And I seen him, what made me remember I even was dealing with him is I was at my other home club, which is a sister club to this club. And mind you, this was like March of this year when I popped my head back into the club. And I was leaving out the club, and it was like the club had closed. So the lights are on and people supposed to be leaving and stuff like that. And I see a man at the bar, and I'm walking past with security, and I just turn my head to look back, and it's him. And he's sloppy drunk. And he sees me, and like the light bulb went off in his head, and he started screaming some sloppy drunk stuff, talking about, oh, this liar, or this something. He said something crazy. I don't remember. But girl, I was like, look at him. Still pitiful. And they say he's not the manager of that club no more. He hasn't been the manager of that club in a long time. The manager that he trained for the sister club, he got a story time, but I'm really not gonna tell that story because it's awful. It's really pitiful. Girl, he got fired from that sister club. So him and his manager friend got fired from from being the manager of those two sister clubs. And girl, and that's all she wrote. It's no part two, it's no nothing, it's no big kaboom. It was, he had a small pain, and he was paying me not to go to the after hours. And finally, when I broke away from him and I started working at the other club, I started going to the after hours. And if you was on my channel back then, please go back. If you haven't been on my channel, go back to 2020 and 2021 vlogs. Hells. Yeah, no, 2020 and 2021. I'll say don't not the 2022s, because I actually haven't been back to the after hours since October 2021. But yeah, go back to the vlogs. The girl was making coin. The girl was making chips. Them little $20, he was robbing me because, baby, when I started working at the after hours, a bitch could easily walk out there with $500 in 2 hours. Sir, you were robbing me. You were scamming me. You scammer. You was cheating me out my coin. But again, I had just got into the black strip club community, so I didn't know any better. But now, I'm a seasoned vet, baby. I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah, I be taking my little breaks away from the black clubs and clubs in general. But now, honey, you cannot trick me out of my bed. And I would never again talk to any more managers, strip club managers, or DJs, security guards, none of that. Because y'all know I got another story time about the manager back in 2019 at the White Club. And I got a story time about my security guard. And to be honest, I got a story time about a DJ. But who wants to hear all that? Like, you need to go back and listen to the I'm going to put it in the comments. Not the comments, the description. And I have like 4 parts about my experience dating a security guard. And I have all of those story times about dating the other manager at the White Club. So just go back and watch those. I'm not retelling those ones because they were iconic. Iconic. So, yeah, I love y'all. And I'm actually very tired now. So, until next time, Jewels and Gems, it's still light outside. Peace.